Shalom everybody, welcome back to Breslov.org, Breslov Research Institute. An amazing insight from Rav Noson on the need and necessity that a tzaddik has a talmid as a disciple. He explains, Rav Noson, that we find a lot in the Talmud, in the Mishnah, and by the Kadmonim, by the earlier sages, that they would have what's called a turgeman. A turgeman literally is like a translator, but in particular, in our perspective, it's a type of a translator who's a disciple. He hears the words of the Rav. If it was, for example, Rabbi Yochanan talking, Rish Galuta, whoever it was in the Talmud, that they would speak, and that this interpreter would then re-say over the teachings of the Rav. So Rav Noson asks, the question is, let the Rav speak directly to the audience, to the listeners. So he explains Rav Noson that a tzaddik in himself, the definition of a tzaddik is someone who's mufrash or muvdal legamre. He's somebody who's totally separated from this world. In other words, his words are coming from a very high vantage point. Even though what he's saying is information and teachings and Torah that I do need, but I need it in the proper format that I can receive it and to properly understand it. So Rav Noson writes, because of this, tzaddikim have disciples. A disciple is like a turgeman. He's in a sense translating, but also in a sense he's deciphering and bringing down in a practical format. A disciple is like somebody who's in between the regular people and the tzaddik. Even though the tzaddik can speak to people, but it's possible the tzaddik, as great as he is, to go down so low and then reveal teachings as it is, won't be as potent in getting to them. For this, a disciple is needed. And what's interesting is you see a transmission of Rebbe and disciple in Jewish history when it comes to tzaddikim who were sent to the world to make a major change in the world. For example, there was Moshe Rabbeinu who had a Yeshua. There was Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, as author of the Zohar, had the student who wrote down in his words the teachings, Rabbi Abba. Then you had the well-known Kabbalist, the Arizal, the Rav Yitzchak Luria, whose disciple Rav Chaim Vital is the one who wrote down all the writings of the Arizal so we can understand the ideas. And then you had the Baal Shem Tov with his disciple Rav Dov Ber, the Maggid of Mizrich. And finally, the classic one that we're always speaking and holding by is Rabbi Nachman and his beautiful disciple Reb Noson.